COVID-19 cases across of the country is only on the rise. We're looking at a sudden spike in the southern states, including Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu. Of course, specifically speaking of Telangana there, what's the COVID-19 preparedness really like? The government has come under scanner, and we have with us joining here today Governor Tamilisai to give us a small glimpse into what she thinks, if at all, KCR government in Telangana is prepared enough. Ms. Tamilisai, thank you very much for speaking with us. Do take us through your sentiments. Is the Telangana government prepared to handle the COVID outbreak? We're seeing a spike. What do you think that the Telangana government has done so far? Are you happy with K. Chandrasekhar Rao's works as of up till date?
Being the former hub, medical hub, this state should have prepared itself in much more better way than now. That is my view. Because I am a medical professional, from the day one, I was very cautious and cautioned the government to be very proactive. According to me, there is a clear underestimation of the situation that was there. Actually, now I believe they are in the corrective mode. But initially, I have written almost 6 to 7 letters, and I should say my views should be taken as sensible advice, not as sensational views. That is my opinion.
Right, but why did they not take your suggestions? You are the governor, you are bound to tell them what to do. If you are not satisfied, you must, and you have written to the Chief Minister as well. You think that the Telangana government, the Chief Minister, has resisted your comments and your suggestions?
No, I felt bad. Only for the people's sake, I was doing that. And I was only complimentary and contributory, not contradictory. But somehow it was taken in a different way, and it was not taken in a right spirit. If it would have taken in a right spirit, with the infrastructure available in the state, we would have prevented the spread and we have combated the virus in much better way, and there wouldn't have been any spike like this, and there wouldn't have been a suffering of patients like this. And really, it's a late takeoff. It's a late takeoff, I should say. And what all I mentioned 3 months back letter, now they are doing, whether it is wrapping up of tests, whether allotment of more hospitals for treatment, and mobile testing facilities, and allotment of district hospitals, allotment of medical college hospitals, and wrapping up of the tests, and fever clinics, and identification of containment zones, and home quarantine, packages for home quarantine. These all I have written and I have conveyed to the government well ahead 3 months back. Now only they are making it possible. So what I said, my words should have been taken as a grandmother's auspicious words, not stepmother's suspicious words. That is what my humble request.
It all comes down to the testing in the state. In fact, Telangana government has come under scanner. A lot of talk about the fact that they may not be projecting the right number of COVID-19 positive cases. Are you satisfied with the amount of testing carried out in Telangana?
Our Honorable Prime Minister very correctly he has mentioned 80% of the positive cases are from the 10 states. And the major contributor is Telangana. More than 2,000 cases, it started with only 50 cases per day, and it crossed 2,000, 2,600 cases per day. So not only they have granted the test, initially they had permission from the ICMR for private hospitals, but they were hesitant to allow the private hospitals. And there were only 3 hospitals testing for COVID. From the beginning, my appeal was, no one should be denied of testing. It's a basic right of a citizen. So if anyone wants to get tested, it was denied for them. So that was the major problem the people of Telangana faced. And I requested for mobile testing. And I requested for district-wise testing.
And then it all comes down to the infrastructure in Telangana, Ms. Tamilisai. We're looking at Osmania Hospital. The situation is quite bad. It's grim. And now looking at the grappling infrastructure, do you feel that the Telangana government should have invested more in health infrastructure? What's your take on government medical facilities there?
Whenever I have met the Chief Minister, I have strongly put my words that this is high time that infrastructure of the government hospitals should be improved. This is a temple, this is of hope for the poorest and poorest of the people. And as a doctor, I have experienced the suffering of the people in the government hospitals. They are telling now 30,000 beds are available. 80,000 beds are available with oxygen. For quite a long time, approximately 3 months, only one hospital was endorsed for COVID treatment, that is Gandhi Hospital. From distant 33 district people have to come to Telangana, Hyderabad to get treated. Then after repeated, not only myself, from the citizens, even the Pope criticized the government, and after that they have allotted so many hospitals. So another thing, they are telling 7,000 doctors are needed, but now 2,200 vacancies are there. They are telling 20,000 beds are available in the hospital, but it needs 20,000 staff, sisters, medical staff, but there are only 4,373 staff nurses there. So it is not available of beds only. It is availability of beds with the infrastructure as well as the medical staff.
Yes, but did you raise the issue with the government?
Only for people's sake I am requesting, and I have personally conveyed this message to our Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana. You have to improve the facilities in the government hospital, because that is the final hope of poor patients.
And then, of course, we know, Ms. Tamilisai, that religious places are seeing a sharp rise of COVID-19 cases. Of course, starting from the Tablighi Jamaat all the way to Tirupati, we're looking at a sharp rise after gates opened up for devotees to come by. What's your take on that? Can religious places be open, be it even for that matter, recently reports coming in from Andhra's Tirupati?
Yeah, whatever may be the religious place, whether it is temple or mosque or church, the social distancing should be there. And I feel even the politicians are not following. I am seeing the television news and all. Even the politicians are not following the social distancing, that is physical distancing. They are not wearing the mask. Mask, I should say, the name of the mask should be not face mask. It should be nose mask. Nobody is covering the nose. They should know the transmission of virus is through nose and mouth. They are wearing the mask to the chin, to the neck. They are not wearing the mask, so correct wearing of the mask. The mask itself, some of the countries have proved only by wearing mask, not even testing. 90% they have curtailed the virus. So wearing the mask should be mandatory. Washing the hands, sanitizer, good physical distancing definitely will break the chain. And with this protective measures, any place, whether it's religious place or it is office or any place, can conduct their programs with these protective measures.
And then finally, Ms. Tamilisai, your take on southern states seeing a spike, starting with Tamil Nadu. You also have Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka for that matter, seeing a sharp rise in COVID-19 cases. Where do you think, initially where they handled the situation quite well, where do you think that they've gone wrong now? What would be your advice?
So Tamil Nadu from the beginning, they did adequate number of testing and now they are in a decline mode. So testing is more, one thing. Another thing, infusion of people from other states and the countries was more in the southern states. So that could be another reason. And another thing, the cosmopolitan cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, the containment and the control of COVID was much difficult because of the diversity in the culture and population. So these are the reasons. But treatment-wise, discharge-wise, and morbidity-wise, mortality-wise, they are doing well, I should say.
And your thought, Ms. Tamilisai, since you're also a health professional yourself, on plasma donation?
The government should go ahead with plasma banking and plasma donation should be encouraged, and I will motivate the plasma donation, and whatever thing I promote, whatever the suggestions I give only for the sake of the people. Because I am not talking as a first citizen, I am talking one among the common citizens.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tamilisai, for speaking to us. Ms. Tamilisai there, the governor of Telangana, speaking out, calling out the Telangana government, asking for better COVID preparedness. Thank you very much for speaking to India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.